Good morning and welcome to the still garden. I have my camera on some new settings this morning, so I'm not sure if the video quality is better or worse. However, here we are. It's morning. It's a little late for me. I usually wake up around 5:30, but it's far too dark to film outside then. But here we are. As we've had full moon tides lately, we are getting what we call the flats. It's actually a little bit more full now, but the tides were so extreme during the full moon that our little bay here almost empties out completely and the seabed is exposed, which the birds love. As you can see now, however, the tide is coming back in. Maybe about an hour and a half ago, it would have been almost completely exposed with a few pools of water, which the birds obviously take advantage of because of all the shellfish and little delicious things to have. I was down here the other morning, which maybe I'll put that video in now to show how we had snow here, and I had to pick up my Adirondack chairs, and I even wrote a Christmas message on our kayak, which was covered in snow at the time. But it's pretty normal here for this time of year to have the drastic changes. Actually, we normally don't get snow in December. So, here we are. It's still not Christmas. YouTube is a new endeavor for me, and I'm still trying to decide how best to approach this coming year. My original intention was to do more really highly processed and edited videos, but now I'm starting to feel like maybe I want to just vlog more. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter because I think I have one subscriber, and it might be that way in a year. You can see I'm picking up our plastic Adirondack chairs I leave out year-round. We have nicer ones I use in the summer, but this time of year I just leave these out. And they're always tipping over because of the extremes and cold. But as you can see, they're worth having here because here's the view of a morning. And I often have my cup of coffee, which I didn't bring this time. And I can sit here and let the old boots dangle and enjoy this. You might hear my chickens in the background. They're waiting for their second breakfasts this morning. The sounds of my morning. The shorebirds, the gulls, and my chickens. I'm not sure if these type of videos are going to be of interest to anyone. And really the entire prospect this year of doing a year of videos and YouTubes, as they call it, waiting to see just what happens really. In a year I may have no more than 3 subscribers, but in a way this is mainly for myself. I like to journal, and I'm an artist and a gardener, so I keep track of those things normally. So let's head back up. I can give the chickens their food. Normally, I'm doing that for myself anyway. However, I've never done it through videography, so I think this coming year, at least for the garden and for art, it'll be interesting to be able to have the videos to look back and see what I planted where, what I was drawing when, those type of things. Of course, it's sort of funny to start a YouTube channel in the dead of winter about a garden when there's very little I can garden right now, but it's also to show and share the luck that I feel I have in this place. My location for the still garden is our home, which we call Bunny Hall. It's very old. Well, it's actually not very old for this area. It was built in 1950, but it hasn't had much work. It needs a lot of work. We've only been here for a few years, and I've only just begun to think about the garden, so. But let's go give the chickens their food. I eat vegetables every day. I make a salad every day. So all the savings of that and also any of Nate's leftover bread goes in the bowl for them to have. So let's head over there. Hi, this is Donna back again, and I just want to interject here. I'm trying to film today to include in a video that I shot this morning because I'm hoping to try to vlog more than do more edited videos overall. I will probably still try to make more highly edited videos, but I'm really anxious or hopeful to see if I could do more daily or at least maybe up to 5 days a week vlogging. So we'll see how that goes. So in this part of the video, you will have already seen my morning shots of the flats on the beach. And I had actually intended to go see the chickens, but I inadvertently did not press the record button. So I guess this is going to be just part of the YouTube journey as me trying to work out cameras. But anyway, I will share that another day. I just really wanted to sit down and speak with the camera directly like this. Now, I am fully aware that there could be possibly never anyone at the other end of these videos watching me or interacting with me, which I'm fine with because I think for the most part I'm starting this journey this coming year on YouTube and DTube and vlogging for myself. And I think if you aren't doing it first for yourself and you're not enjoying the process or you're not enjoying how you would like to record the time that you're recording, then it's probably not worth doing. At least for me. I shouldn't speak for other people. But for me, I need to do this for myself first to make sure I'm enjoying it. And then if other things come of it, such as other people being interested in what I have to say or wanting to share little snippets of my life here on the sea in New England, then that's great. If not, then at the end of the year, I'll have still documented a year in my garden, a year in my art making. So that's what I'm mostly excited about coming to. And speaking about the coming year, it's still only December. It's not even Christmas yet, but I'm trying to practice and see how I want to start the year out. I'm not a person who makes New Year's resolutions, but I do make year-long like projects for myself. Often they're art-based, sometimes they're garden-based, but I give myself a goal for the year starting in January. And then I give myself 2 possible outcomes. One is to just reach a very realistic goal by the end of the year. And then I give myself a second goal, which is more pie in the sky. You know, that would be great if it worked out. If it doesn't, no big deal. But the main goal of just sort of like the low-hanging fruit, the least amount that I think would be realistic to achieve in a year, if I reach that by the end of the year, then I know what I've done for that year has been worth it, and I usually save that as, you know, a set part of my life going into the next year. Then with a more pie-in-the-sky goal, I usually consider that sort of a 3-year goal, and if I haven't reached that in the 3 years of continuing with, hopefully, those changes, then I realize that's probably not meant to be, or it isn't the way I hope to come about. So that's kind of how I like to look at it. So I'm going to be looking at vlogging and doing the sort of videography for myself in that vein, really starting 2020 with the hope of, you know, vlogging or journaling this way most days. I may not share every day, but I'm going to try. And having a year of my garden, which, you know, sometimes in the spring is when I really love it, but in the midwinter and the middle of autumn, there's not as much gardening. Well, in the autumn there is, but you know, in January you're picking out seeds and you're getting ready to start seedlings. So gardening does stretch the entire year, but I'm starting here in December and January, and the garden is pretty much put to bed. However, I also am an artist, so I'm going to be sharing that. I'm currently in I call it my indoor studio, which my other studio is also indoors, but this studio is in the house. I use this mainly in the colder months. And then I have another studio in an outbuilding, which is our boathouse, that I use in the warmer months, which I'll share with you that one day. So all of that will be part of what I hope to share here. I really hope to just do, even if it's something as simple as just having you share a morning with me where I may not even be on camera, but I'm just speaking with you, and we head down to my beach and have a cup of coffee and watch the gulls, as I kind of did this morning. Or just sharing just what I'm working on or what I'm hoping to working on. As I said, it's mainly for myself, but if it turns out that I connect with other people, that will be a great bonus. So now, as I'm planning this footage here to be used in something I'm editing today, what will be following this, hopefully if I edit properly, is I'm going to share just a little snippet of my other Christmas tree. I usually do 2 or 3 Christmas trees. I've already made a video of my pink and gold Christmas tree. If you want to see that, I'm sure there's a link somewhere to the previous video. But I just did some little footage of the tree I did in animal decorations. I'm obsessed with animals. Much of my artwork is animals. There's a dog I had done. I've always been obsessed with animals, so I have a Christmas tree that I use mainly animal ornaments on. So this part of the video will be followed by probably snippets of however I plan on editing that. So I hope to touch base with anyone who may be out there, and look forward to seeing you daily possibly, and I'm excited to start this YouTube journey. So this is Donna from the Still Garden. This is the assembling and decorating of my animal-themed Christmas tree. I use a simple 6-foot pre-made tree, add various picks such as these, and then prop it up on a table to make it a bit taller, and then decorate it with various animal-themed ornaments I've collected over the years. And each year a friend of mine always gives me a new ornament. This year she gave me a little glass globe owl, which I was happy to add. And that is the animal theme Christmas tree. So, thank you for joining me on the Still Garden.